Welcome to Echoes of the Midnight, a channel where every whisper hides a haunting truth. Sit back, turn off the lights, and let the midnight tales pull you into their chilling embrace. The question is, can you make it to the end?
Have you ever felt something so wrong in your gut that it made you question everything? A sinking feeling that something, or someone, or wasn't quite right? These are the moments that could save your life. Today, I'll share 3 chilling stories of intuition, close calls, and the unknown. Stay tuned, because you won't believe how they end. My name is Hedra. I've always been the kind of person who trusts my instincts, but one night, those instincts might have saved my life. It was August 13th, 2021, 2:45 a.m. My twin sister and I were pulling an all-nighter, watching movies and eating snacks while our younger sister slept soundly in the bunk bed. The room was dimly lit, with only the glow of my laptop and the faint moonlight streaming through the window. Suddenly, I felt it, a terrible, sinking feeling in my stomach. Something was wrong. I turned to my twin and whispered, "I'm getting a weird vibe, like something's off." She just rolled her eyes and said, "You're paranoid. It's late. Go to bed." But I couldn't shake it. I had to check. So, I tiptoed downstairs, avoiding every creaky step. The house was silent, apart from the hum of the fan. I peeked into the living room. Nothing. The kitchen. Still nothing. Then, I felt this urge to check the backyard. I grabbed the only weapon I could find, a water gun, and reached for the door. My hand hovered over the handle as I hesitated. It's 3 a.m., Hedra. You're probably just overthinking, I told myself. Finally, I decided to go back upstairs. The next day at lunch, my mom casually mentioned something that sent shivers down my spine. She told me that our security camera had caught a man trying to open our back door the night before. At exactly 2:45 a.m. To this day, I wonder, what if I had opened that door? What would have happened? Always trust your gut, my friends. It might just save your life. Another time, my perception wasn't just my own, it was my friends, and it saved both of us. My parents were out of town, so I invited my friend Maya over. She lived just one street behind mine. A little while later, the doorbell rang. It was Maya, but she looked terrified, shaking, pale, and completely out of breath. I rushed her inside and gave her water, asking what was wrong. She told me she'd seen a man following her on the way to my house. He kept staring and smiling in this creepy way. She ran the rest of the way, but when she got to my door, he was gone. We tried to shake it off, distracting ourselves with snacks, movies, and even ordering pizza. But about 30 minutes later, the doorbell rang again. I called out, "Who is it?" And a voice replied, "Pizza delivery, I was about to open the door when Maya screamed from upstairs, "Don't open it." She ran down, grabbed my hand, and pulled me away from the door. That's when she told me she had seen him, the same man from earlier. He was standing at my door. We locked ourselves in my room and called the police. As we waited, we heard the man banging on the door, yelling for us to open it. When the police arrived, they found him trying to escape. Later, they told us something even more horrifying. The real pizza delivery driver had been attacked and killed by this man. He had stolen the uniform to get inside our house. To this day, I'm haunted by what could have happened if Maya hadn't looked out that window. Sometimes, trusting someone else's instincts can be just as important as trusting your own. This last story takes me back to when I was just 10 years old. My family and I were on vacation, traveling by train to visit relatives. When we arrived at the station, a man approached us. He had a strange, overly cheerful smile and offered to help carry our luggage. My dad politely declined, but the man didn't leave. He just stood there, watching us. I tried to ignore him until he reached out and touched my hair. His hand was muddy, and his smile never wavered. At first, I thought he was just being friendly, but when he did it again, I hid behind my mom. My dad was busy booking a cab, but when he finally noticed what was happening, he yelled at the man to stop. The man stepped back, but then, with that same eerie smile, he moved closer again and grabbed my hair. My dad pushed him away, and we hurried toward the station exit. As I looked back, I saw him still standing there, smiling wider than ever, even after falling to the ground. No one else seemed to notice him, which made it even more unsettling. We didn't report him to the police, something I regret to this day. But I've never forgotten his face or the way he made me feel. Even now, I'm wary of strangers who get too close. Trust your instincts. They might pick up on danger before you do. These stories remind us that our instincts are powerful tools, ones we should never ignore. Have you ever experienced a moment when your intuition saved you? Share your story in the comments below. And if you enjoyed these chilling tales, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Stay safe and stay alert.